Hi, it's Martin from Scale System, and today in this video I would like to present you our new release, one of my favorite ones because this is the first one that really moves. So this is the Offroad Recovery Flatbed, and it will turn your LC70 rig into a towing car. So our idea was to create the part that it's not only has a very scale look, but also really works. It's made of aluminium, it's very light, and what's most important, it really works. So look at this part. Right, and it happens because there is a winch which you can buy. This one is an RC four-wheel drive double motor winch. I think, as far as I remember, it has 8 or 9 kilo of its power, and that's definitely enough to lift absolutely most of the RCs. So, except the fact that it really works and it's made of aluminium, we have some secret boxes for the. So this is I call this a utility section. We have two parts that you can use for scale gadgets, and one in the center, which is definitely the most important one because you keep the battery here, right? And inside you can store the battery like this one, 1800, or this is the maximum, so it's 2020. It will fit, and that's the maximum. So this is a scale rig, so we decided that the battery does not have to be huge, and still we have this very scale look. It's on the next section. I will tell you how to mount this because it's very easy. Everything we do is plug and play. Second part, I will focus on how to mount the towing part on the BRX01 chassis with LC70 body. So this is how your chassis should look like. So the receiver box might be here, but generally speaking you should here have a flat surface. And what's important, first of all, your front cap should be equipped in an interior, because that will be important to hold everything, this part, but also it nicely covers the potential holes that would be visible without the interior, right? So interior is the first thing. The second thing is that you will probably need a bit longer wire for your battery connector, because it will be used the battery is kept in our flatbed, right? So this is more or less the length that you need. You can do this a little bit longer, just in case, but that's the second thing that needs to be done. Now, I want to say a few words about the suspension. So, generally speaking, I'm always trying to make a very soft suspension, but in this case, when you will lift other cars, this go down. So this is a place where I mounted shocks, right? So I hope you see this here, and it allows me to. This is still, you have some flex, but it's also hard enough, so just towing other cars should not be a problem. Right. What else? I think that's mostly everything I planned to say. So I will just now show you how to mount this. You will get this. I call this ready to use, right? Because the only thing that you will need to do with the product is just to mount your winch. As you see, this winch is mounted this way because then the rope goes up and it's much easier. Of course, you can just try to do this in a standard way, but we recommend this kind of mounting. Then it's just it's performing better. Also, I just want to say a practical tip. If you have a new winch, at the beginning, this rope might be a bit hard, but the more you use it, the softer it gets, okay? So if you feel that it's not soft enough, this rope, it will get softer later. I just want to say about one feature, which is not obvious when you get this. You have this screw here. This is when you are not planning to tow any of other cars, then you can just use this just to connect this, right, while you are driving. So then this part, which is held by those two parts, it will be safer, okay? So this is if you are not planning to use towing. Right. Let's go further. Of course, you have a hook which will be in your winch. So if you are not currently operating, you can just use this and catch all of those elements. If you want to tow, then you just need this part. This one is rubber, just in case you will have one replacement. Because if anything happens, for example, if the winch will start, I don't know, just to work, and you don't want this to work, then probably the rubber part will just take the whole impact, so you will get a replacement. Right, so let's go to the part when I say how to mount this. This is extremely easy. I guess I don't have to say how to install the winch on your RC, because you get an additional manual for this. So if you look here, you have this is ready to put on the chassis, and it helps you to control the position that you want to use. So let's install the flatbed. The wire goes, there's a hole for the wire, right? So I guess that all the connectors should fit here. If you are using a different one, then it should be not a problem. And then when you put it here, you can just put this on the chassis. And as you see, yeah, let's make a close-up. So as you see, you have a whole variety of the holes that you can use. You will get this kind of a screws. I had to use it here. I'm not going to do this now. But the point is that I recommend to use as many screws as possible, because there is a force, when you are towing the heavy RC, then you go this way, so you need to have a stable mounting. So the point is that I use at least 2 screws on each side to mount this flatbed. And as I promised, this is very, very simple. So as you see, with just 4 or 6 screws, it's already installed. Of course, there's the place for the lights, but you can easily just find this. It's obvious. What else? If you are building a tow truck, there is a lot of stuff on AliExpress like this one. I have repainted this a bit. I have got rid of this part. So if you are looking for the lights for the LC70, this is what is fine. If you need a link, I can send it to you. Also, here there are holes. There are holes that can be used for this kind of light. It's also available on AliExpress. So it's quite obvious that the holes are just for, oh yes, you can see it here already installed. So the holes are for the wires. Yep. So there are holes on each side. Also, because you will need quite a lot of wires, I recommend this part. I bought it on my local website, so I don't know if it's available in many shops, but then you can easily connect a lot of stuff here. And I think that's almost everything I told you. I wanted to say. Right. So more or less, I explained how to mount this, gave you a few tips, and yeah, have fun. One extra information, I almost forgot about one important thing. I told that the front of the cab is held by the stock mounting delivered by Boom Racing, right? What about this side? So it is a bit challenging to show. Oh, now you can see the two screws, right? The black ones. And when you install the bed, they perfectly fit and hold the cab on the rear side, right? So for me, because I'm not making stunts with this RC, that's fully enough. I don't use any kind of other mounting for the cab. So that's what keeps this in place while driving. Okay, thanks again.